Sports, 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 sports.
Hey there, sports fans. Welcome to Sportsball, part of the SPDM crew of podcasts. We talk about sports related topics, but we focus on you, the fan, and what you like, whether it is a sport, team, event, sports related news, or athlete. Today, I want to talk about two particular things that are going on in sports right now. And the first, I got to talk about this Juan Soto contract. So, I was recording with the BTB Movie Club podcast. Check out the BTB Movie Club podcast right here on the SPDM crew. And we were talking about Wicked, and I got distracted because this goddamn Juan Soto contract broke as we were recording. Now, first of all, this contract is insane. This contract is absolutely insane. 15 years, $765 million to the Mets. So first of all, good for the Mets. You're going all in for this. Juan Soto had a pretty productive year last year, I guess. Did some good stuff with the Yankees. So I mean, good for them for that. The big takeaway I have for this is two things. Is that one, have the Mets learned nothing from the Bobby Bonilla contract? They've learned absolutely nothing. They're going to be paying for this contract far beyond when Juan Soto is productive, but also probably after he's done as well. And like, I just don't get it. I don't get why the Mets would do something like this. But more importantly, this is awful for the sport of baseball. Because, first of all, you have this big market team in New York that is just shelling out $750 million for one player. For one player. Like Juan Soto is great. He's not like a once in a generation type of player. So I can understand how the Dodgers would do this for Shohei Ohtani. I can understand that. However, that is also a lot of money to spend on one player. I don't get how baseball hasn't looked at this and sees that this is a gigantic problem for the sport. It is literally an arms race to see who could spend the most money on players. And I this is part of the reason why baseball is just not my thing. Like it's just not my thing, unfortunately. This is a lot of money. This is going to transform the sport in a lot of negative ways. Yeah, I just don't understand what is happening in baseball that three-quarters of $1 billion just for one person is like it's the most expensive contract in sports history. Like, what is happening right now? So I really hope that during the next collective bargaining agreement or something that baseball has to take a look at this and is like, oh, we got to do something about this. This is a lot of money to shell out for one person. This like I can imagine like pretty much any other sport, whether it's basketball, football, or like basketball, which they pay their players a ton of money. Football, their contracts aren't even guaranteed. They're not. They could just be cut at like any given time. So, and all of these, and both these game sports, they've got salary caps as well to prevent just one team just trying to buy all of the players out there. But baseball has been like, nope, we're just going to just let capitalism be the thing. And of course, with the all-American sport like baseball, just very traditional in that sense, it boggles my mind that baseball just takes a look at this and is like, you know what? We're just gonna let this happen. We're just gonna keep letting this happen. So it is my plea that at some point that baseball takes a look at this and is like, maybe we should try, maybe we need to do something about this. I don't know if it's instituting a salary cap. I don't know if it's kind of what basketball is doing right now by instituting some sort of like apron for individual for teams. I don't know, but this is an awful lot of money to spend on one particular person who, yes, he is a great player, but I'm not seeing it. I don't know what is happening right now. So yes, those are my thoughts on the Juan Soto contract. The other thing that I want to talk about is I'm currently watching Monday Night Football right now, and I've got Bengals and Cowboys playing, and I'm find myself flipping back and forth between this Simpsons broadcast, which, granted, I will be the first to admit that this having a Simpsons themed sports broadcast probably about 20 years too late. Like we can all acknowledge that. However, that doesn't change the fact I'm having a blast. I really enjoy watching this. It's a lot of fun. And maybe it's because the commentators, they understand the assignment. Like I'm a huge Mina Kimes fan, so anytime that we can get more Mina Kimes analysis on like live games, yeah, I'm all for that. But I think football has done this correctly where they have this Simpsons themed game, but then they also have these games on Nickelodeon, which are also a blast as well. If my kids were awake at almost 10:30 at night watching this, I think that they would actually kind of enjoy it and they would actually be like asking me some questions. But most of the time, when they're watching a football game with me, they're like, "Why are we watching this? This is boring." So, prop props to the NFL for at least trying something new and at least trying to engage with non-traditional audience members who are looking at this and are like, you know what, maybe this isn't really my thing. But props to that. I hope other sports broadcasts take a look at this and realize, yeah, let's try this out and let's just continue to go from there. So those are my the two things that have happened over the last couple days that I wanted to get my thoughts on. So to recap, baseball, do something about this god awful amount of spending that is going on. And NFL and just any subsequent sports league, take notice of what these NFL games are doing, whether it's the Nickelodeon broadcast or the Simpsons broadcast, and continue to do that and continue to offer us innovative and creative ways for us to watch sports. But that's going to do it for this episode of Sportsball. Be sure to like, rate, and subscribe to anything and everything SPDM Crew, wherever you get your podcast. Join us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, and Blue Sky at SPDM Crew. Check our website at spdmcrew.com. Shout out to HiFlyer Creative Studios for making our awesome logo. Greatly appreciate their support. And if you have any needs for marketing, logo, or brand standards, contact them at HiFlyerCreative.com. If you've got a podcast idea or you're interested in being part of the SPDM Crew as a guest or collaborating, email us at spdmcrew@gmail.com. Until next time, pain heals, chicks dig scars, glory lasts forever.